All right, I'm going to show you guys these three Carson City Morgan silver dollars that I have picked out to send off to NGC for grading. We'll start with this one. It is a 1882 and has some nice toning on the obverse, as per usual. A little bit hard to see on the video. It also has what I think are kind of some nice bag marks, or not bag marks, but bag toning in this area here. This is actually a spot of toning. I don't know if they'll not like that. It's not real appealing, but it's not a bag mark or anything. With those, the bag toning over here, makes it a little bit more difficult, I think, to kind of judge the grade on this coin. Obviously, there are some bag marks on the cheek area here, but for the most part, this thing isn't too bad. I suspect this will get an MS64 is kind of what I'm hoping for. And here's the reverse. The reverse looks pretty nice. No real significant bag marks or anything on the reverse. The reverse is really won't hold it back at all, in my opinion. And what do you guys think? But yeah, overall I like this. I think that I'm hoping for a 64, which is ultimately why I'm sending this one, and it increases the value of these quite a bit. Let's move on to the next one here. This is an 84 cc. As you can see, pretty clean for the most part. That cheek has pretty minimal bag marks on it. In this area here, a little bit down on the neck, which is where mostly you're going to see a lot of bag marks. The fields are a little bit scuffed up, but really, again, not too bad. Over the brow, fairly common spot, but it's a little bit more significant potentially on this one, or noticeable. I think this one also has a chance of 64. It could get 63. The reverse on this one is really nice. Look at that toning on there. That has got great toning. Monster rainbow tone, top to bottom. It also goes from amber at the top down to, blue green at the bottom. So kind of almost that perfect transition in the toning and the rainbow. But I'm really excited to see kind of how this one comes back. I'm hoping for a 64 on this one, maybe 64 star, hopefully at the worst a 63 star from NGC. All right, so let's go to the last one here. This is an 81 cc. I just picked this up off of eBay for a nice $625. Got a great deal on this. I think this one has a likely chance at MS65. What do you guys think? Again, very little significant bag marks on the cheek. The brow, very minimal, pretty minimal on the very most common, I would say, neck area here. The fields are really pretty clean on this as well. So I think this has a high chance at MS65. Again, what do you guys think about that? Here's the reverse. I actually like it a lot. Great toning on this. Actually, a pretty good angle of it right here. So at the top, it's almost kind of a fairly natural, gets into kind of some yellows and ambers a little bit. And then towards the bottom, kind of the orange reddish, almost like purple colors in there. Yeah, overall, this one, I like it a lot. And once again, I'll be really excited to see how this comes back from NGC. But I'm really thinking and hoping for 65 on there. And if they happen to like the eye appeal, maybe even like a 65 star. So, but let me know your guys' opinion on these. I will be coming back as soon as I get these back from submission, and let you guys know what these got for grades. We'll do an open box on these. So just got the NGC submission back. not more than about an hour ago from FedEx. So very excited to get this open and take a look at these graded GSA slabs. So this is my first time going with one of these, or going with NGC rather, for GSA slabs. First time opening one of these, so let's see if I can get this open without too much fumbling around here. Alright, just paper holder here, it looks like. Alright, let me see if I can pull these out in a way we can see. Alright, let's start with the back here. Alright, so all right, why don't we start with this one here. This one, I am a little surprised by the grade on this one, actually. So let's take a look at this. This got an MS62. I would not have actually sent this in if I thought it was going to get a 62, and I do regret sending this in. Given that it got a 62, but you know, I'm sure they didn't like this spot here, but otherwise, you know, it doesn't have a lot of heavy bag marks on it. Let me get a closer look here. So the bag marks on the cheek, I think if you look at just the bag marks alone, I mean, this is pretty close to a 64, I think. With the spot under the chin, I can definitely see it getting a 63 with the rest of these bag marks. It has the bag toning on it on both sides. Got nice angle and lighting for that. I actually really like that bag toning. But I was hoping it would get a 64 is what I was hoping for. I was thinking at the least it would get like a 63, which I would have been fine with. But yeah, disappointed this got a 62. You know, it's almost like proof-like as well. At some angles, you can kind of see some mirror to it. Not so much on the back, I guess. But in any case, that got an MS62. All right, let's take a look at the next one here. This one has great toning on it. As you can see, just, you know, top to bottom, great rainbow toning. I mean, toning, I don't think it gets too much better than that as far as the toning goes. So this one, I was hoping would get, you know, an MS64. It looks really nice. It's got, you know, a fairly decent bag mark on the brow that is relatively pronounced. You know, here on the nose, some chatter kind of in the fields, kind of the typical stuff on the neck here. I thought this had a chance. When I first got it, I thought it looked like it had a chance of 65. It's also really frosty. I mean, this thing's got really a nice kind of frostiness to it, and the luster is great. So it has a really nice eye appeal. I was hoping for a 64, and this got an MS65. So, you know, I'm pretty happy about that for sure. That basically makes up, I think, for the 62 on the other one. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. This could easily land it on a 64, I think. But it does have great eye appeal. It looks nice. So I definitely can't complain about a 65 on that. And, you know, instead of getting a 64 plus or something, maybe they bumped it up for that toning and just gave it a 65 instead of a star, for example. But I don't know. What do you guys think? All right, let's go to the last one here. So this one was definitely the one I was most excited about. If you guys saw the previous video, I think I did the unboxing on this one from the order of eBay. But I got a great deal on this. When I got it, I knew it looked like it would grade high, and I had to send it in. So that's what prompted this order, really, and I got this order off pretty much right away. So this one, if you didn't just see it there, you know, great look to it. You know, again, real nice luster, great eye appeal. Also some decent kind of frostiness to it. The typical bag marks on the neck, pretty light on the cheek, very little bag marks, you know, in the fields, very little at all. You know, kind of some typical stuff in the hair, but not a lot. Nothing really over the brow or the nose. So this one just looks really clean. I thought this had a solid chance at 65, and it did get an MS65. So really happy about that for an 1881. That, you know, really bumps up the price on these significantly. And you know, this one also just great toning to it. So I'm really happy about this one. Definitely be holding on to this. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of those grades. The only one I think I would have liked to have seen at least a 63 on the other one. I guess I can see, you know, them giving it a 62 on this one. That mark under the chin is definitely not that appealing. But in any case, I gotta be pretty happy with these results, especially given I got 265s on those. That's huge. So